Do you struggle with recall? Do you say, Fido, come, but they're not responding? Well, there are a couple reasons for that. Hi, my name is Christy Halverson, and I am a positive reinforcement-based trainer here in Glendale, Arizona. I am here with Mr. Tigger, and he is going to help me demonstrate to you and show you guys the things that you need to do to make sure that your dog fundamentally understands the behaviors attached to the cue come. So first things first, go and watch my video about name recall and name recognition, because to me, as humans, because we use language, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to say our dog's name, and then we're going to say come, which when you think about it, that's almost redundant, because if you just waited out the dog's name or the dog learned the right name recall, come becomes almost unnecessary, right? So with the right training with name recall and recognition, you almost don't need the commands to come, because you should just wait them out and you've loaded it correctly. Your dog will recall back to you anyway. Now, let's say you're in an emergency situation and there's lots going on. It's very distracting, and you recall your dog with their recall name, and they look back at you, and you know at that moment it's like this pivotal crutch of like, am I going to go towards whatever that distracting thing is, or am I going to come back to my human? That's where you can do an emergency come command. Now, dogs don't fundamentally understand the word come. We have to teach it via luring. So the most important thing, and the step that I always like to do for all my basic obedience commands, I always use an okay hand sign. I hold the treat between my thumb and my pointer finger. So no matter what command I am asking for, my hand position always stays the same. So to the actual hand sign to do the come command is actually into your chest. So this is fundamentally the lure. I'm going to do it this way so you can see a little better. So to start, all you're going to do is, you don't have to say the word first, because remember, the dogs don't understand language. I'm just going to put the treat to his nose. I'm going to pull it forward into my chest. I'm going to pull him forward in my chest, and then I'm going to release it. Okay, I'm going to do it on the ground so it's a little easier. So I'm going to pull the treat forward into my chest, and then I'm going to release it. So notice how he scoots closer. Pull forward into my chest, and he looks at me, and then I'm going to release it. I'm going to put it to his nose, pull forward into my chest, and then I'm going to release it. Now, once they get better at that, so he needs to understand that this hand motion means I need you to come to me, okay? So once they start understanding the behaviors that you want when you do this, then you can start adding the cue, the verbal cue of come. So he's really close to me, so this doesn't make any sense to him, but wait, right here, come. Good. So once you've done that a few times, you can also use the bounce back game, which I talk about in the name recognition and recall video. Is I'm going to toss a treat away from me. I'm going to let him go get it. I'm not going to toss it that far, but enough to get him up. So I'm going to toss a treat. He turns around, come, and I pull it into me. Okay? So I'm going to toss a treat. Come. Good boy. So just like with name recognition and recall, really reward your dog for coming back to you. Remember, this could save their life. So you want to practice this, do it, for a minute, a couple times a day, so your dog really understands what that command or what that verbal word means. It means I need you to come back to me. Come. Good boy. Also, a couple important things to note is that I'm still saying it happy, excited. I'm being fun. I'm not yelling at him. I'm not screaming at him. I'm just telling him, come, that I'm going to lure him back into me. Good boy. Yep. And he gets lots of pets, lots of touches, lots of everything, because I want his recall and his come command to be the most fun and exciting thing that he has. So when he gets put in a position where he has to make a choice, he's like, nope, going back to mom is way more fun and exciting. So make sure, just as you practice, really build up a solid recall, but you also need to fundamentally train your dog what come means. A lot of times we understand what come means as the evolved species, but if we haven't shown the dog the actual behavior of what we want from it, they're not going to comply. So you can't just say words to your dogs and expect them to know exactly what you want them to do. That's why it's called dog training. We are training the dog with hand signals, basically sign language, and adding a verbal cue as they progress in their training so that they can perform exactly the way we want. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is an emergency kind of backup recall to name recognition and recall is using the come command. And if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and share. You can find more content and more videos on our social media channel at For Babies and Friends AZ, and other informational content and training videos on our YouTube channel. So thank you so much for watching and partnering with Tigger and I. And we will be back, and good luck with training the emergency come command. Have a great day.